Soaring Eagles will be taking on your #1 ranked NYU Violets. My name is Uni Park.
I'm Dominique Drest.
And we will be broadcasting today's match. This is actually the second UVC matchup for both teams in the gym. The Eagles took their first loss of the season in UVC play against St. John Fisher, where they got swept. And NYU took their first win in the UVC against MIT this past Saturday. Dami, any predictions for this match?
I think the Violets are very excited. This is senior day weekend, so there's a lot of family and friends out to watch, and the energy in the Paulson Center today is very, very energetic.
Yeah, and with that, we'll go ahead and announce the starting lineups. We'll start off with the visiting team, the Elmira Eagles. We have #1, Max Cohen, senior setter. #2, Jake Suffa, senior outside hitter. #11, Peyton Buckwalter, first-year middle blocker. #22, Dylan Vargas, sophomore middle blocker. #16, Luke Jada, sophomore outside hitter. And #20, Jordan Pizer, a graduate student, outside. And at libero, we have Connor Barton, sophomore.
And now for your starters for the NYU Violets. #5, Devin Wynn, sophomore setter. #8, Lucas Oshetsky, senior outside. #9, Luke Boyer, senior outside hitter. #13, Buddy Cohen, senior middle hitter. #15, Rye Kagan, senior middle hitter. #20, Emerson Evans, sophomore right side. And at libero, #4, Zach Knudsen.
What an exciting weekend. I mean, so many seniors on the Violets team. A big portion of the starting lineup is actually seniors, so excited to see the energy that they bring to this game and tomorrow's match as well.
Exactly. They have had such a great progression from the past 4 years, just all becoming leaders on the court in their own way, and definitely a great weekend to celebrate.
We have NYU 15-0 this season. Elmira Eagles also impressive record. Their only loss again came from St. John Fisher. They're ranked and they're 13-1. So even though Elmira is unranked right now, they have a very impressive win streak going on.
Yeah, both teams should feel very confident coming into this match. Honestly, again, like we were saying earlier with MIT and conference, anything could happen.
All right, the refs are completing their final lineup check before we start the match. It looks like NYU has first serve.
Serving for Buddy Cohen today will be Matthew Warder, who is a sophomore outside hitter.
All right, we're just about ready for the first serve of the match. Warder back to serve. Tough topspin serve. Cohen. Blocked by Boyer. Out of system set to Pizer, blocked by Kagan.
Come on, Ryan Kagan with the blocks. We saw this last weekend against MIT.
Started the same.
Started the same way. Kagan is such a force, making a statement in the first point.
Warder back to serve. Topspin serve. Ooh, into the net. Very aggressive serve there.
Yeah, Warder has a very tough serve. Honestly, when it's over and in, it's on all the times an ace.
Great choice by Pina to start off with a serving specialist. Very aggressive start. With that, we have #16, Luke Jada, back to serve. Toss and serve. serves it out just long. The point goes to the Violets. The score is now 2-1. And with that, we have Emerson back to serve.
Yeah, definitely getting some game jitters out of the way in this first set here.
Certainly. A lot of energy in the gym tonight. Floater, dug out by Jada. Tipped out by Buck Walter. Out of system play, opportunity for the Eagles. Ooh, a little miscommunication there. Opportunity on the Violet side. Kagan tipped, dug out. Net call on the Violets.
A little tough of a scramble play there for both sides here. Some miscommunication errors again started the game. Everyone's just trying to find their rhythm and groove here.
With that, we have a middle blocker back to serve for the Eagles. Buck Walter, first here. Floater, Oshetsky, overpassed. Cohen. Cohen finds Pizer on the right side.
Yeah, Elmira was able to split the block there. It gave number 20 great opportunity to swing cross court. Honestly, wherever he wanted. It's a great swing.
Buck Walter back to serve again. Floater. Boyer to the middle, and Kagan. Wow, what a swing.
Kagan is so good at finding just the back half of the court there. I'm very excited to see how Wynn decides to utilize them today. It's a very essential part of the team.
The score is tied up at 3s. We have Boyer back to serve for the Violets. Topspin serve. Ooh, floater. Cohen. Tooled off the hands of Oshetsky. That was Pizer.
Pizer did a great job there, honestly, using that block and using where the Violets kind of failed to close it correctly there. I'm definitely feeling his energy, too. Very competitive right here on both sides.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be going to him a lot during this game, and he is back to serve for the Eagles. Topspin serve. Ooh, lands just out. That was super close.
Very aggressive serve.
With that, we have Kagan back to serve. No libero for the Violets. Topspin serve. Dug out. Jada. Off the hands of Cohen.
Yeah, high swing is going to work every time in this game. It's really unpredictable to see where the ball is going to go after it touches the block. I think that was a very strategic way for Elmira to utilize the big block in front of them.
Jake Suffa back to serve. Dug out by Boyer. To Cohen. Out of system set. Back row. Dug out by Emerson. No looky shot by Oshetsky down the line.
Oshetsky's line shot, I'll continue to say it over and over again. It works like every single time. He's been able to execute that swing. Fabulous.
With that, we have Nguyen back to serve. Floater. Cohen. Ooh. Jada's able to find that deep middle back shot. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, if you can find just a little hole in that block that the Violets are giving, it's going to land in that 1-6 seam. Very smart swing.
Topspin serve. Lands just out. That was Vargas. With that, we have Oshetsky back to serve. We're all tied up at 6 here. Luke Boyer, outside hitter, back in the front row. Topspin serve. Dug out. Out of system. That's the setter Cohen with the swing, dug out by Oshetsky. Win in the back row for Emerson. Cohen. Evans with the swing, dug out. Net call on the Eagles, point goes to the Violets.
I'm really loving these rallies here. It's very back and forth. Both teams are being super scrappy, and honestly, it's a lot of hustle play right now.
The score is 7-6. The Violets are up by 1 point. Oshetsky back to serve again. Topspin serve. Ooh, cross-court ace.
Come on, Oshetsky. Give us that again. That is such a hard serve to execute. Landing on area 1 near that line. Such a hard angle for a passer, too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of aces that go and touch. And wow, that was an impressive serve. Topspin serve again. Oshetsky back-to-back.
Come on,
aces.
Oshetsky! He's just doing his thing right now. He's ranked in the NCAA for aces, and he's showing us why, and doing a great job giving some separation here for the Violets.
Topspin serve again by Oshetsky. Ooh, he drops it short, and that's a third ace in a row for Oshetsky.
3 times a charm!
Wow.
Come on, Oshetsky. He's so confident right now. The energy on the Violet side is just so grandiose right now. Very great job by the Violets.
He's back to serve again for the 4th time. Let's see if he can do it again. Oshetsky with the topspin serve.
4 in a row!
4 aces in a row, and that forces a timeout call.
Come on, Oshetsky!
For the Eagles. Wow. What an incredible run. I mean, the score was all tied up when he started to serve, and now they're leading by 5 points.
Well, this is what the Violets do best. I feel like they do such a great job of kind of hanging in there when tensions are kind of high, and finding what works for them, and just keep doing that until Elmira can figure out how to get out of this rut here. As a passer, what would you say when you're being aced and things like that? What do you think is going through Elmira's huddle right now and the mindset of a passer?
Honestly, like at that point, it's a very tough serve. You kind of have to just focus on getting the ball up in the air and giving time for your setter. So I feel like if I was on Elmira's side right now, I would just focus on, instead of getting a perfect pass, just getting the ball up for the setter. But it does look like Elmira has been struggling a little bit on the serve-receive side. They are ranked last in the UVC for serve-receive efficiency. So very curious to see how they kind of get out of this rut.
Yeah, especially because their offense has been so good and they've been executing on their swings. So honestly, I feel like they just need it up in order just to get an efficient swing in.
Yeah, let's see what they bring out of this timeout. I mean, Oshetsky's been absolutely killing it. Let's see if he can continue that run.
You know, serving's the one thing in volleyball you can control. So when you're going back to the service line, honestly, at this level, you just got to put 110% to every serve.
Yeah, and it's not every day that you see 5 aces back-to-back.
Not at all.
Oshetsky back to serve once again. The Violets are up. The score is 11-6. Are you kidding me right now? Oshetsky with his 6th ace. Wow.
Player of the Week is calling his name right now. He is giving us a show to watch tonight.
Incredible.
Come on, Oshetsky.
Oshetsky back to serve again. Topspin serve. Dug out this time to the middle. Buckwater blocked out by Cohen. Stuff block.
Solo block, Cohen. What a response. Not only are aces so huge on momentum, also blocks are as well. And to get a solo block too. Come on, NYU. Let's go.
Oshetsky back to serve once again. Topspin serve. Ooh, he foot faults this time. Wow, what an incredible run regardless by Oshetsky.
That was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just the players on the court and off the court, you see what that did in terms of energy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Eagles respond to this. We have Cohen back to serve. Ooh, missed serve.
Yeah, that's super hard for momentum here. I think as long as Elmira can get this first pass and honestly side out quick, I think they have a lot of potential to push some points here.
With that, we have serving specialist in for Cohen. This is Matthew Warder, back to serve. Topspin serve here. And he serves it out. I mean, they have a little bit of space for error right now, thanks to Oshetsky.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, the Violets should focus on being aggressive here, maybe running some plays, doing things that this honestly allows them to be super diverse with their offense and defense.
We have number 16, Luke Jada, back to serve. And he misses back-to-back missed serve for the Eagles.
Yeah, really hard position to be in here, especially them being tied with the Violets in this first set. It's hoping they can bounce back later here.
Evans back to serve for the Violets. Floater, dug out by Jada. Pizer, wow, he finds that back line.
What a great seam. Again, we're probably going to see a lot of him tonight. He's already shown us a range of shots to 1 and 5, so, and off the block.
Yeah, absolutely. With that, we have Buck Walter back to serve. Floater dug out by Ushetsky. Finds, just misses. Knutson able to send it over. Back to Pizer. Back row to Evans. Dug out. Sent over. Wynn finds Boyer. Cross-court swing. Kill by Boyer.
Boyer is able to find that shot pretty frequently, which is so impressive. It's pretty undefendable.
Yeah, it's his go-to shot, and honestly, it's a kill every time. With that, we have Boyer back to serve. The score is 16-9. The Violets are up by 7. Topspin serve. Dug out by the libero. Out of system. Here's an opportunity for the Violets. Free ball by Knutson. Win to the outside. Oshetsky, a little bit of a whiff. Cohen to Pizer. Dug out by Boyer. Out of system to Oshetsky. Out of system to Suffa. Win finds Emerson Evans. Back row attack for Jada. What a rally.
The defense on both sides. They're doing such a great job controlling the ball.
And Evans finds the court. Great rally on both sides.
What Emerson did, what I really like, is in long rallies, it's very easy to get complacent and just start tipping and rolling the ball. You don't want to be the first one to make a mistake, but he was so aggressive there.
Great rally by both sides there. Boyer back to serve once again. Topspin serve dug out by Suffa. Blocked by Kagan.
Marco Solo, right, Kagan?
Second timeout called by the Eagles. That's their last timeout of the set.
Yeah, I think Elmira here just needs to think about how to strategize a little bit differently for this next set here. Try to push points, obviously, for momentum, but I think they're definitely going to have to make some adjustments for this next set here.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think they are struggling a little bit in serve receive, so they're not able to run their offense, which is extremely effective. But yeah, it's just all about that first touch. But without that, they're not able to kind of set their hitters. And I think that's where they're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, also, like, they're having great touches and great defensive efforts in these rallies. So, honestly, it's all serve and pass at the end of the day in this game. And if they can make a little less errors with their serving and just get some of these aces up, I think the deficit would be a lot closer right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, by the way, there are Cohens on both sides of the net, not to be confused. But the setter on Elmira, last name also Cohen, doing a great job setting his hitters. I think his connection with Pizer has especially stood out this first set.
Oh, absolutely. He's doing a great job kind of diversifying his offense. And also, Elmira's hitting a
200.
Yeah, 200, which is still efficient.
Boyer back to serve. The score is 18-9. That's another ace for the Violets.
Boyer. I find that the short serves have been really great for the Violets, whether it's intentional or not. I mean, you can see Elmira kind of shifting forward and backward, trying to gauge how to pass this ball.
Boyer back to serve once again. Wow. It looked in from up here, but the line just calls it out.
Probably inches from the line. Aggressive serve here.
With that, we have Jordan Pizer back to serve. The Violets lead by 9 points. The score is 19-10. Topspin serve. Perfect pass by Knutson. Dumped by Wynn. Wow.
Dumping with his right hand. Honestly, that's as a setter myself, that is honestly a very tough skill it's really hard to learn how to disguise your dumping, and if you can do it efficiently, I'd keep doing that if I was him.
He just does it so well. With that, we have Tchaikovsky back to serve for Kagan. Topspin serve. Dug out Safa with a swing, dug out by Boyer. Outside to Ushetsky. Looks like he went a little too sharp with that ball. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, the ball wasn't exactly pushed out to Lucas's liking. I noticed that when the ball is pushed out directly to the pin, that's Oshetsky's highest efficiency for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that one. With that, we have Safa back to serve. To Cohen, and he finds the hardwood.
Sometimes all you need is a little light tap. Yeah, also we've been seeing just a lot of aggressive swings from the Violets. It's great, but I think they're at their best is when they're mixing up their shots, so I hope we can see a little bit more of that tonight.
Win with the floater serve. Out to Jada.
Big block!
Wow. Evans.
Wow. Gosh, the close in that block was perfect. Everything about that was textbook volleyball right there. Emerson did a great job setting that block up.
Win with the serve. Blocked again. Wow.
Double time.
Back to back.
Yeah, honestly, Elmira should start thinking about how they can utilize their other hitters here, because Emerson and Cohen are just going to be sitting on that ball.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to have to find a way to work around that. Win with the serve. Out of system. Back row to Pizer. Dug out by Tchaikovsky. Wow.
Great dig.
Oshetsky off the hands of the block. Cohen, back set. That was Vargas. Swings a little long.
Yeah, even in that play, Elmira was trying to use some different hitters, especially their back row hitters, and I think that's the best option right now to get around the block.
Set point goes to the Violets. Dug out by Jada. Outside. Blocked again. Cohen finds the back row to Pizer. Free ball. Tchaikovsky. Evans. Blocked by Elmira. Out of system. Evans again. And that's a kill. And the first set goes to the Violets. The score is 25-11.
Great set by the Violets. They started to be really efficient with their hitting, aggressive serving. I think they should stick with the same plan until Elmira shows us a new look here.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, Dami. I honestly think Elmira was doing a fantastic job kind of holding on up until about 7-7, and Oshetsky went on that incredible service run, and with that, the momentum completely went to the Violets.
I think what's also very important for Elmira to implement here is just that same intensity and competitiveness. Like, I don't want them to get super shy and reserved just because, you know, they had kind of a rut there. New set, fresh game, time to reset for sure in the second set.
Yeah, I mean, NYU is actually leading the UVC in kills and hitting percentage. Right now they're hitting just about a 400. And also NYU's the most efficient in serve receive. They only get aced 0.68 times per set. Elmira, on the other hand, again, is getting aced 1.34 on average times per set, and we're kind of seeing them struggle as well at the beginning of this match. I'm interested to see how they'll respond out of that.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about the defensive effort on both sides. I mean, those rallies were long, you know, and it's not easy to keep that intensity and honestly keep the same aggressiveness each time the ball is coming over the net. So both teams did a great job there.
Yeah, and with that, we'll be right back for the second set. And with that, we're just about ready to start the second set. Yeah, I mean, there's a common saying in volleyball that serve and pass wins games, and we clearly saw that in the first set there. The Violets serving very aggressively, and they won by 14 points in that set. So let's see if they can pull that out again.
Yeah, I think also this is an error game in volleyball in general, and I think when Elmira was able to get the ball back, just missing serves back-to-back was not very helpful. And, I mean, both sides, missing serves really kills a lot of momentum.
Yeah, and also huge block on the Violet side. I think Elmira needs to kind of find other ways to score. Maybe. I don't think just a power swing is going to work as well against the Violets, just because there's just such a massive block at all times across the net.
Yeah, and we know some ways to score around that. For example, is hitting high hands, maybe pushing off the block to the side to get a tool. So there's ways it could be done, but I think also Elmira really needs to be utilizing all their hitters to create more openings.
Yeah, and we kind of saw Pizer doing that a little bit in the first 5 points of the game. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what they pull out in this next set. With that, we're ready in the second set. We have Luke Jada back to serve. Topspin serve. Dug out by Boyer. Wynn finds Boyer. Roll shot. Dug out by Cohen. Out of system set to Pizer. Wow.
That was a great out-of-system set right there. That looks really tight.
That was a great swing, called just out by the line judge. With that, we have the first server for the Violets, Matthew Warder, back to serve. Topspin serve. Slayed out. Dug out by Warder. Free ball opportunity for the Eagles. Back to Pizer. Wow.
Great hustle play here. I mean, honestly, we know when a ball hits the ceiling, for me, it's really difficult. You don't really know how to track it. So applause to Elmira for that play.
Yeah, and that hustle ends in a point for the Eagles. With that, we have Buck Walter back to serve. Oshetsky with the pass. Wynn finds Boyer. No looky shot. Ooh, just misses by a couple inches.
Yeah, Elmira definitely has flipped the switch here in the second set. I think they're playing to their strengths here. I think they can win these rallies, and these points being super defensive is what we've seen so far.
Great floater serve by Buck Walter. Back set to Evans. Tipped off the hands of Safa.
You're definitely happy to see some multi-shot here. Even though Boyer had an error on that last one, if that went in, no one was there. So I'm excited to see how the Violets diversify their shots in this set.
Evans back to serve for the Violets. We're all tied up at 2 here. Floater. Dug out by Jada. Back row attack. Dug out by Oshetsky. Out of system. Ooh. Just lands out.
Yeah, some unforced errors here. I think what's going to be really important is the Violets have to remember they've won one set, but also it's a brand new set, and that we have to also play with the same intensity as the first set.
Actually, looks like the point went back to the Violets on that ball. Evans back to serve again. Dug out by the libero. Cohen.
Wow, that was super impressive to see him find the littlest seam there. Use it to his advantage.
That was Jake Safa, senior outside hitter. With that, we have number 20, Jordan Pizer, back to serve. Topspin serve. Dug out by Knutson, out of system. Boyer out of system. Cohen, back row attack to Pizer. Blocked and tooled off the hands of Boyer. I mean, that's what we were talking about before, finding other ways to score.
Absolutely. And if you notice that there's a blocker on the other side that's not really getting their feet there and pressing into the court all day, there's nothing that anyone can do about it. It's a great swing.
Yeah, and the Eagles are up for the first time in a while. Seems like it's working for them. We have Pizer back to serve once again. Topspin serve. dugout, out of system to Boyer. Free ball play. Opportunity for the Violets. Kagan with the swing. Out of system. Evans from the back row. Wow, he finds the seam between the middle and left back.
Yeah, great fight there. I want to highlight Pizer. I feel like I can hear his voice from up here. He has such a strong presence on the court, and his leadership is showing, and definitely want to highlight that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a graduate student, so he's been in the game for a while, so good to see that he's bringing that confidence into the game for the Eagles. With that, we have Boyer back to serve. Just misses. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, definitely would like to see some more earned points here by the Violets. I think it's just a little messy at the start of this first set, but just the beginning of the set, plenty of time to adjust and correct those mistakes.
Great hustle on the side of the Violets. Out of system, Pizer. Win with the dig. Knutson with the set. Evans off the hands of the Eagles. Outside to Suffa. Apologies, that was Jada. Good try there by Pizer, but it hits the antenna and the point goes to the Violets.
Great hustle play by the Violets there. Honestly, when it's tight like this, nothing can hit the ground without an effort, and you don't know until you go. So great effort by both sides there.
Serving specialist Tchaikovsky back in the game for Kagan. Topspin serve. Dug out by Jada. Played. Ooh. Great hustle there by Oshetsky, not able to bring it back on the side of the Violets. Point goes to the Eagles.
I don't think the serving pressure has changed from the Violets, but Elmira has done a great job adjusting their serve receive in this set, 1,000%, and we're seeing now it's 5-6.
Yeah, I mean, even some of these passes aren't perfect, they're doing a great job of finding a better second contact, and I think that's really making a big difference here for the Eagles. We have number 9, first year, Roman in back to serve. Oshetsky, wow. So much power behind the swing, off the hands of Buckwalter.
I heard that swing from here. He hit that ball hard. His arm swing is so powerful. I mean, honestly, most of the time I can hear it from up here.
We're all tied up at 6 here. Win back to serve for the Violets. Floater, dug out by the libero. Ooh, great quick attack, great connection there by Cohen and Buckwalter.
Yeah, I don't think the Violets were super prepared for the middle attack, and they're utilizing a lot more here, and honestly, they're 2 for 2 this set.
With that, we have setter Cohen back to serve for the Eagles. Topspin serve. Ooh, misses in the net.
Yeah, a little tough to miss that serve when it's tied now 7-all, so the race to 10 is definitely pretty neck and neck right here.
Oshetsky went on a run last set. And he's back to serve right now for the Violets. Topspin serve. Ooh, he misses just long.
Yeah, very error heavy by the Violets here right now, but very aggressive spot. Just missed it by a few inches.
With that, we have Jada back to serve. Safa back in the front row for the Eagles. Topspin serve. Dug out by Boyer. Back to Boyer. Wow, what a swing.
Just a great bounce back by Boyer, too. He missed a few of his last few shots, and he was able to bounce back there. It's great to see.
I mean, he also has great hang time. He kind of hung in the air for a little bit and was able to get the kill on that ball. With that, we have Matthew Warder back to serve. We're all tied up at 8. It looks like he hit that ball. Goes a little long.
Yeah, would like to see the Violets be able to string together a few points here. Honestly, for momentum purposes, it's just very back and forth right now. It's kind of hard for both teams to go on any sort of run.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the serve. Floater off the platform of Oshetsky, out of system to Boyer. Free ball. Buckwalter with the set. That's Suffa with the swing. Win to Boyer. Blocked by Pizer. Wow.
The energy in this gym right now is absolutely through the roof. That was a great block. Again, big momentum play. Much needed.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of a set after losing 25-11 is a tough position to be in, but the Eagles are bringing incredible energy to this set.
Yeah, definitely add some fuel.
Cohen to Safa. Looks like there was no touch on that ball. Point goes to the Violets.
Yeah, Myra's very, very pumped right now. We do see the Violets. They're still very calm, very composed. It doesn't seem chaotic at all. Just need to limit these errors a bit.
Yeah, with that, we have Evans back to serve. The score is 9-10. The Eagles are up by 1 point. Dug out. Back set to Pizer tries to find that deep corner, but misses just long.
Yeah, that was such a great idea. I would love to see that a little bit more. Also, Elmira's been doing a great job picking up the Violets multi-shots.
Great defensive hustle on both sides. We're all tied up at 10 now. Evans back to serve. Dug out by the libero. Stuffed by Boyer.
Yeah, a bit of a tough play there. As a setter, it's really hard to be running backwards, especially on a tight ball, so just a misconnection right there.
Evans back to serve once again. Small run for the Violets. They're up by 1 point. The score is 11-10. Out of system for the Eagles to Pizer. Dug out by Oshetsky. Win to Kagan. Dug out again by Cohen. Pizer off the hands of Kagan.
That was such a Hail Mary swing right there. Kind of an awkward angle, and he took that wrist away shot off the block. Great work.
He's bringing so much energy and momentum for the Eagles here. They're all tied up at 11. Pizer back to serve. Ooh, a tough spot to miss in when you're all tied up. Point goes to the Violets.
Yeah, Pizer has 6 kills on the board. He is leading this team so incredibly well.
He's leading the game, actually, in kills. Boyer back to serve for the Violets. Floater, dug out by Jada. Slide swing, dug out by Knutson. Oshetsky whiffs it. Looks like it was going a little out, but touched by libero.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great idea by Elmira to run the slide. We haven't seen that yet. The Violets haven't seen that yet. So we'll see what else they pull out of their bag of tricks.
Looks like there's a little bit of a mishap on the floor.
Maybe some sweat, perhaps. Some weird spots on the court. This is one of those uncontrollables that are a little difficult. Small pauses here.
Yeah, we'll see how it affects the service run from Boyer. The score is 13-11. The Violets are up by 2. Topspin serve. Great serve. Dug out. Cohen to Pizer in the back row. Just misses.
Yeah, right here, Elmira needs to take a deep breath and reset. They're right here. This is not the time of game to kind of let that get carried away.
The Violets going on a little bit of a run here. Boyer back to serve. Boyer misses the serve. Point goes to the Eagles. Opportunity to come back for the Eagles right here. Just about middle of the set.
Yeah, the intensity is super high. We hear some chirping on the bench from both teams, and definitely getting pretty competitive here.
Great energy in the gym. That was Safa back to serve. Blocked by Jada. Outside to Oshetsky. Wow, what a swing.
Oshetsky, give us a break. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Elmira just was not able to get the correct footing on that block there. It gave him open line.
Yeah, I mean, there's an undersized blocker down the line for Oshetsky. We have a 5'8" setter. So he took advantage of that. Point goes to the Violets. The score is 15-12. Tchaikovsky back to serve. Cross-court serve. Suffa with the pass. Down the line, Jada misses his swing. Point goes to the Violets.
Yeah, smart shot there. Just a little off.
I mean, at this point in the game, I feel like the Eagles need to find ways to score points here. The Violets are kind of straying away a little bit with the points.
Absolutely. I think they have to take just aggressive risks.
Yeah, Tchaikovsky back to serve once again, and he misses. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, 3-point deficit is not hard to come back from. It's just 3 good things and tie that game up mid-game. They're in a great position here, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. But once again, we need to see a little bit of control from the unforced errors.
Absolutely.
We have first-year Nick Roman back to serve for the Eagles. Topspin serve lefty. Another unforced error for the Elmira Eagles.
Yeah, that honestly is what's been very difficult for Elmira to stay in this game. I mean, they've done a great job defensively. They're finding new swings and plays in their offense, but these unforced errors are really letting the Violets stray away.
Win back to serve for the Violets. Floater, Jada, Buckwalter. Out of system set by Knutson, out to Oshetsky. Wow, what a smart play by Oshetsky.
And that push by Knutson, oh my goodness. A back set from area 1 is not an easy set to make. Great location.
I mean, a couple weeks back, we saw him out of the jersey as a backup setter, and wow, phenomenal hands by Knutson there. With that, we have the second timeout called by the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, Oshetsky has so many shots there. I honestly don't see that often from him, but I really like it, and hope he continues to utilize that more.
Yeah, I mean, as a defender, I feel like that's so tough to defend because he has such a powerful swing, but he also has that roll shot option. So there's just so much ground to cover on the opponent's side of Oshetsky, and he's just doing a great job taking advantage of that.
When the ball lands in area 4 like that, so whose ball is that as a libero? Like, who would you say is such a difficult spot?
I mean, it would ideally be the outside hitter's responsibility, and because they have to hit as well, sometimes you kind of see them giving that defensive responsibility up, and I think Oshetsky saw that opportunity and took it. And there was no one there to dig that ball.
Yeah, I know. I mean, at least for our team, you know, like those shots like that, I mean, they're super hard to defend. And it's like, whose ball is that? It's such a tricky spot.
Even if it's not a kill, I mean, you're kind of taking one of the hitters out of the offensive line. So very effective shot there by Oshetsky.
Absolutely.
Win back to serve out of this timeout. Let's see how the Eagles respond. They're in a 5-point deficit. The score is 18-13. And Win misses his serve out of the timeout.
Yeah, let's see how Elmira responds here.
Cohen back to serve for the Eagles. Short serve, dug out by Cohen. Off the hands of Pizer.
Those are the best points. You get the pass and you get the kill. Very great to see Win utilize the middles in this set.
The Violets are up by 5, and Oshetsky back to serve. A tough position to be in on the side of the Eagles. Topspin serve. Dug out by the libero. Cohen finds the outside. Pizer off the hands of Evans.
Great swing by Pizer there. Off the outside hands. He's just honestly swinging as hard as he can. There's nothing much the Violets can do there if the block was closed.
And it's working really well for him. I mean, Cohen's doing a great job finding Pizer wherever he is on the court. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, when your hitter's hot like that, you just got to keep feeding it to them.
Another unforced error by the Eagles. The Violets are now at 20, just 5 points to go for set point.
Yeah, we're now in like the latter half of the set where Elmira needs to have some urgency here. And honestly, they just need to keep the ball in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, especially if you get an opportunity to serve. Warder back to serve for the Violets. And that is not quite played out by the Eagles.
It was a good effort there. It's really tough to play. Our ceilings are a little bit lower, so being able to move and try to control a ball that's hitting the ceiling is coming down twice as fast. It's very difficult.
Yeah, also a lot of obstacles up here, so.
Oh, absolutely.
Warder back to serve. Buckwalter finds the court. Warder not able to dig. With that, we have Buckwalter back to serve.
Great decision by Cohen there to find the middle. I mean, their middle only has one up right now. Any good pass, I would just send it to the middle.
The Eagles down by 5. The score is 21-16. Floater off the platform, Oshetsky. Boyer off the hands of the middle. Cohen finds Pizer on the right side. Win with a dig. Knutson plays it off the net, but the ref calls him just under. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, those plays where you have to get low and get out of the net is my worst nightmare. I honestly hate doing that.
Such a tough ball. I mean, kudos to Knutson for going for that ball. Buckwalter back to serve. Oshetsky. One-handed set from Wynn. Dug out by Jada. Cohen finds Jada in the back row. Dug out by Knutson. Oshetsky with the kill, but the ref calls him under. Point goes to the Eagles.
I love the big play from the Violets. We've seen it be very aggressive before in their offense, and I mean, Oshetsky is just so efficient in that spot.
Great serve there by Buckwalter. Dug out by the middle blocker. And Boyer off the hands of Pizer.
Yeah, great job by Boyer being able to score on that second swing. He has to transition really fast, especially when the ball is coming back over on one contact.
Great run there by the Eagles. Would love to see a little bit more of that. 4-point deficit for Elmira. Cohen. Evans not able to get that ball up. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, great. And also their middles are doing a great job of diversifying their shots. They're hitting the 1, they're hitting the 5, they're hitting the seam. It's really keeping the Violets on their toes.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, they were able to lessen the deficit to just 3 points. The score is 22-19. Pizer back to serve. Tough serve. Wow. Into the seam of Knutson and Oshetsky. You don't see the Violets getting aced often. What a great serve by Pizer.
Yeah, honestly, 22-20, anyone's game here. It's just who shows up in these last few points.
Pizer back to serve once again for the Violets. Another great serve dug out by Oshetsky. Boyer, wow. Crazy cross-court shot. I mean, his signature shot.
It was a great separation by Wynn there to give Boyer that opportunity and a side out here. The Violets, that was a very big point for them.
Both teams are in the 20s. The score is 23-20. The Violets are up by 3. Timeout called by the Eagles.
Honestly, you can't be too mad about that. If you're Elmira, the Violets very well just earned that point, but there's still honestly a little bit of time. If they can side out and just have 2 good plays here, we're going to have a tight game.
Something that's making a huge difference for the Violets right now are the blocks. I mean, Elmira only with 1 block as we head to the end of the second set, and the Violets already have 5 blocks. I mean, hard to run an efficient front row with such a big block like the Violets.
Absolutely. Also, the Violets do a great job at least getting a touch, and their touches are very playable, so it really slows down that ball, allows the Violets to kind of just keep it simple and be very efficient in their dig to kills ratio.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of see a huge difference. Elmira's block leader, first year Buckwalter at 18 blocks. the Violets block leader, Kagan, leading with 40 blocks. So a huge difference in the number there. And with that, we are out of Eagles' second timeout. The score is 23-20, and Boyer's back to serve. The Eagles bringing the energy.
Absolutely, some jumping jacks.
Boyer misses his serve out of the timeout.
Honestly, a great distracting tactic.
Also, I mean, as a coach, what a successful timeout call.
Oh, absolutely. Point for coach there.
Suffa back to serve. Floater, dug out by Knutson. Back set to Evans. Cross court, dug out by Pizer. Cohen finds Pizer again. Stuffed straight down by Kagan.
Kagan, that angle, being on the other side of that ball dropped so fast. And also, I love how Kagan's always pumped. Every block is such a big win for him.
I mean, that might have given the Violets the momentum to honestly close off this match, and we'll see if Tchaikovsky is able to close it out for the Violets. Set point, 24-21. Tchaikovsky with the serve, dug out by the libero. Cohen back set to the middle, dug out by Tchaikovsky. Oshetsky. Net call on the Eagles. The second set goes to the Violets. The score is 25-21. I mean, great comeback by the Eagles as opposed to their first set.
Yeah, game's not over. There's still one more set to play. I think Elmira made a big statement in that set, and I'm very excited to see what they bring. Last life, leave it all out there. There's literally nothing to lose when you're down 2 sets, so honestly, I hope they go balls to the walls this set.
Yeah, completely agree with that. I mean, they've been bringing such incredible energy no matter what the score is, so I'm really excited to see what kind of energy they bring this last set. Coming into this match, actually, we had Luke Jada, number 3, and Jordan Pizer actually ranked in the NCAA number 3 and 4 for aces. I don't think we saw much of that this match. I actually think the Violets have been doing a better job of serving, but coming into this match, we had those two ranked nationally for aces, and Elmira's actually leading the UVC in aces per set. Let's see if we can see more of that in this last set.
Yeah, I mean, for Elmira there, it's just airs. Like, they were making great plays. The rallies were super intense and gritty. It was just those service airs. Again, just kills the momentum and any energy you spent time building through winning long rallies, etc.
Yeah, and in the gym tonight, we actually have 2 of the best setters in the nation. I mean, Devin Wynn ranked number 2 in the NCAA for assists per set, and we have Max Cohen, also number 5 in the nation for assists per set. So very competitive setters there.
Absolutely. I mean, I absolutely love watching Wynn play. I talked about it in the MIT game, but just seeing how he's come in so confidently this season. I mean, last year he was a freshman. That's a very big responsibility to ask, freshman setter starting, and it's just been so exciting for him to build connection, see his connection with each hitter, and you know, I'm rooting for him. He's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, all around he's just such a phenomenal player, leading the team, leading the UVC in assists, playing defense in the back row, blocking, dumping the ball. I mean, all around he's just such a weapon for the Violets. Also, we have Rai Kagan, number 1 in the country for hitting percentage. He's hitting a .552, which is insane.
That is an insane hitting percentage. I absolutely love watching Kagan play. He's so intense. He's always pumped. And also, he brings a different type of energy to the team that I think everyone really appreciates. It's like this intensity. I can feel it from here, from the balcony tonight. He's great.
His blocks give so much momentum to the Violets, and hitting above a 500, I mean, more than half the balls you hit are kills. I mean, it's really hard to play defense against that.
Wynn and his connection's just great because Rye's a big guy. Rye Kagan is 6'6", and Wynn is able to get him at his highest potential, at his highest reach, allowing him to do, honestly, whatever he wants with the ball.
I mean, with a number 2 setter in the country, a number 1 hitting efficiency hitter, tough opponent to play against. especially as I feel like Elmira is a little undersized compared to the Violets coming in. So I'm interested to see how they mix it up this set. Yeah, once again, I don't think hitting power into the block is going to work for the Eagles.
Yeah, and we saw them take those risks there with some multi-shots. Some of them were a little bit unforced errors. The placement was just a little bit off, but you can see they're definitely willing to try out those multi-shots.
Yeah, and with that, we're just about ready to start this third set. The Violets are up 2-0. Let's see if they're able to take this third set. We have Cohen back to serve. Off the platform of the libero. Outside to Pizer. Opportunity for the Violets. Oshetsky in the back row. Wow.
Again and again.
Off the tape. Regardless, ends in a kill. Point for the Violets.
Yeah, there's nothing Elmira can do about that. Like, honestly, when Oshetsky has such a strong swing, I'd stay back too.
Cohen back to serve for the Violets. Floater. Safa. Tipped by Buckwalter. Cohen not able to get to that ball.
Again, that's super hard for a middle. And I think Elmira recognized that the middle's back row, and you see Cohen's all smiles. That's just a hard ball for a tall guy like him to get.
Jada back to serve for the Violets. All tied up at 1 to start off the third set. Topspin serve. Oshetsky with the perfect pass. Back row, he tries it again. Misses this time.
Yeah, honestly, I think the approach is a little late, and also I think Wayne can have it just like half an inch higher. I think it fell a little below the tape.
Yeah, I agree with that. A little bit of height on that ball, and it could be very effective for the Violets. Jada back to serve. Into the net. Point goes to the Violets.
Yeah, I really, really hope Elmira can just limit their service errors this set. But we're still at 2-2, so lots of game to play.
Evans back to serve for the Violets. Dugout. Cohen tipped by Buckwalter. Great up there by Evans. Diving swing by Boyer. Safa. Wow. Boyer just doing everything he can to get the ball up.
Using our head, our feet, our elbow. Really, really scrappy play right there. Also, can we just admire how Wynn set that ball from his knees? That's an incredibly tough ball to push out to the outside.
Yeah, and also, I think I saw an air pancake by Evans.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So much athleticism on the side of the Violets.
Honestly, high volley IQ there.
The ball is replayed. It looks like there was a little bit of a mishap at the net there. With that, we have Evans back to serve again. The score should be back to 2-2. Floater. Pizer blocked straight down by Boyer and Kagan. Wow.
I love that Kagan-Boyer blocking combo. They do such a great job of closing.
Can't get through that block. Wow. Evans back to serve. The score is now 3-2. The Eagles bringing the energy once again. Floater, dug out by the libero. Cohen, Buckwalter, not quite able to find our side of the net.
Oh, that was honestly a great idea. I saw him in the air. It was just his contact was just a little bit too low, but I hope they run that play again. He was only one up.
With that, the Eagles are hitting a 0. Let's see if they're able to up that hitting percentage. Wow, service ace by Evans. What a tough ball.
Area 1, for defense, for serving, for anything, it's so hard to defend and so hard to pass. It's always an effective spot if you want to get a team out of system.
Especially when it's coming cross-court like that. Such a tough ball to pass. With that, Evans back to serve again. Back-to-back aces. Tough spot to be in the third set. early timeout called by the Eagles.
I think it was very smart to call a timeout here. There's so much game left, so if Elmira again can just get the ball up, they have a lot of opportunity here. So I'm excited to see what their game plan is, honestly, going forward for the rest of the set.
Yeah, I mean, coming in, Elmira's number 16 ranked for hitting percentage, so usually they run a very effective offense, but right now they're hitting at 0, which is kind of tough, and we see that reflected in the score a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what they pull out of this timeout.
Yeah, also, though, to point out, like, the Violets are hitting pretty much a 350 right now. Super efficient as a team, and they're earning a lot of points.
What's really hurting them are these aces. I mean, I feel like mentally a little bit as well, it's kind of affecting the Eagles. We see a lot of like back-to-back aces that the Violets are getting. So if they're able to kind of get out of that rut a little earlier, a little quicker, I really do think the Eagles will be able to play a more competitive match.
Absolutely. I think what's also hard is that the Violets are being able to ace multiple players, not just like the same one. So I think just mentally that can be a little difficult to not get in your head about it, for sure.
Evans back to serve. The Violets are up by 4. The score is 6-2. Dugout. Cohen to Pizer. Win out of system. Knutson with a bump set. Boyer off the platform of Cohen. Outside to Boyer. Off-speed shot. Cohen is there to dig it. Pizer. Roll shot. Knutson. Wow. Diving play. Ooh, a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, that's a tough play, but I want to give some kudos to Cohen on Elmira. Digging Boyer's line shots. That was huge for extending that rally that ultimately led to a mistake by the Violets.
Yeah, great defensive hustle on both sides. Buckwalter back to serve. Stuff blocked. I mean, you can see the momentum from that long rally. The Eagles have so much energy. They're able to ride off the last play.
And we're seeing their adjustment. They put 2 up on Kagan there. It definitely limits his range of motion of where he's able to score.
Buckwalter back to serve. Knutson, perfect pass. Kagan, dug out by the middle blocker, not quite able to get a second touch. Wow, Cohen on the other side, just laying his body out on the floor to get that ball up.
Yeah, I love defensive setters. I think when you have a defensive setter, you're able to make a lot more plays, extend a lot more rallies. It's very good for a team.
Yeah, and for the team, I think it's very contagious. Great energy there. Boyer misses a serve. Point goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, again, we've seen the past 3 sets now. The beginning of the game has been super tight. So, honestly, I hope this stays throughout the match.
Pizer back to serve. Topspin serve. Again in the seam of Knutson and Boyer. There's that ranked server, Jordan Pizer, number 4 in the NCAA for aces.
And the hype is real. He is so pumped. And so is his teammates. I mean, that can be a little deflating for the opposing team.
And there's Jordan Pizer again with the serve. Oshetsky digs it. A little tight off the hands of Wynn. What a smart play by the Eagles.
Honestly, if he can keep up this serving, again, serve and pass game, if they can keep getting the Violets in these broken plays, we're going to have a very tight set here.
Pizer back to serve once again. Dug out by Boyer to Kagan. Net.
Yeah, that's a little hard to disguise that net there, but honestly, a good run for Elmira there.
Yeah, great body language by Elmira as well. I mean, all smiles on Vargas's face. We have Tchaikovsky back to serve for the Violets.
Yeah, honestly, a play like that, an error like that, you just have to laugh about it. It happens at times.
Tchaikovsky back to serve. Suffa out of system. Suffa off the hands of Cohen, dug out by Boyer. Win to Evans. Dug out by Jada. Free ball, Tchaikovsky. Outside to Oshetsky. Wow.
Oshetsky's unloading on that ball. I think, you know, the Violets here, you can feel how intense they are right now. And they're just trying to make some statement plays here.
Yeah, I mean, Barton was there to dig that ball, the libero on Elmira, but the sheer power of that swing
blew him away.
Yeah. Tchaikovsky back to serve. The score is 9-7. The Violets are up by 2. Jada. Wow, what a play by Cohen and Vargas.
What a great turn. That was a wrist away shot. Very hard to read as a defender. And a blocker, there's not much you can do right there. That's just high volley IQ.
With that, we have Suffa back to serve. I mean, this is a rotation for the Eagles where Cohen is in the front row, a shorter blocker, and we have Pizer in the back row. Weaker rotation for the Eagles. Excited to see how they get out of this one. Cohen with the swing, dug out by Pizer. Outside to Jada, tipped. Knutson is there to dig it. Win to Evans. Dug out. The ref calls it under.
Oh gosh, I honestly really dislike that rule of going under, especially if you're not interfering with another player. It's kind of hard to control at times.
Yeah, I agree, especially like most of the more like competitive rallies, like you got to just play everything, and that rule, if it's honestly not affecting the play, I agree with that.
Okay, we see a back one there. That's a new play for Elmira there. We see that a little bit from the Violets, and I honestly really like that play.
Yeah, the Eagles mixing it up a bit. They're only trailing by 1 point. We have first year Nick Roman back to serve. The score is 10-9. The Violets are up by 1 point. Floater to Oshetsky. Wow.
That, oh my gosh, I'm speechless. That was such a great swing. I think Oshetsky's really hot right now. I would like to see Wynn just honestly just feed him.
Oshetsky back to serve. Topspin serve. Takes him off of it. Jada with the pass. Slide play.
The creativity is there. It's just, honestly, Elmira needs to execute. I see on the Violets side that the Violets are giving him some line. They're giving him a multi-shot. You know, they're giving him options. So let's try to eliminate those unforced errors there.
Oshetsky with aggressive serve off the platform of Suffa. Wow, what a serve.
He's unstoppable. He's also leading the Violets with 9 kills tonight. I mean, he is just having a stellar game.
Oshetsky leading the team 25 aces. I mean, just tonight, I feel like he's gotten more than 7.
Absolutely. I lost count at this point.
Wow, what a serve. Evans dinks it down.
Hey, now we're seeing what this NYU team is all about. Oh, they're calling him over.
Point goes to the Eagles, actually. Great aggressive play there. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that ball. Great decision by Evans.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't, like, stay and wait to pass that ball. He had to hit it over, so just unfortunate.
Cohen back to serve. Great serving run by Oshetsky. Floater. Boyer. Back one to Evans. Dug out by the libero. Cohen to Pizer. Tipped. Knutson is there. Great read. Back row a little low. Oh, a miscommunication there on the side of the Eagles. Great rally.
Yeah, that's really hard as a setter, especially like when you know the second ball, that's yours. So definitely a little difficult when another player kind of interferes with that.
Yeah, I mean, also on the Violet side, Knutson doing a great job of extending the rallies, giving extra opportunities for the Violets. With that, the point goes to the Violets. Cohen with the serve. Wow, Pizer with a smart shot.
That waterfalled right over the block. I mean, you can't get that down on Knutson, but on a set like that, that's the perfect opportunity for him to run that play.
Yeah, I mean, he saw no libero on the court, and he took the opportunity, and it scored for the Eagles. That is Jada back to serve. Boyer with the perfect pass. Back row to Oshetsky, blocked out by Buckwalter.
I mean, great read on Elmira. They've let Oshetsky swing too many swings of an open block, so great adjustment there.
Jada back to serve for the Eagles. They trail by just 2. The score is 14-12.
Hearing some chirping there on the court a little bit.
Evans with the swing, dug out by Cohen. Pizer with the swing. Oshetsky digs it. Knutson is there to cover. Win to Evans. It looks like it was a little wide.
Here we're seeing some momentum building for Elmira. I really want to see how, I mean, the Violets are doing a great job defensively. They're covering their hitters. I think they're just kind of being pushed back by Elmira's plays right here.
Jada back to serve. Out. Unforced error for the Eagles.
Such a critical point.
I mean, I honestly think most of the Eagles' points are coming from the Violets' errors.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how they'll find their own ways to score their points here. Evans back to serve. The Violets are leading by 2, 15-13. Jada with the pass. Dug out by Oshetsky, back row to Evans. Stuffed by Buckwalter and Suffa.
We're getting a little too hype up here. Ref saying calm down.
Yeah, it looks like Suffa was celebrating through the net, which is actually a rule you're not allowed to do.
Sometimes the hype's too intense.
I would be hyped about that play as well. Stuff block straight down. Point goes to the Eagles. That we have Buckwalter back to serve. Floater, Oshetsky with the perfect pass. Win to Kagan. Off-speed shot.
There is a middle back row for Elmira. Let's see how the Violets respond.
Win to Kagan, and that's a kill.
That's how you respond.
Always tough when you have a middle in the back row playing left back, but Kagan did such a great job of finding that hole and hitting to him. So point goes to the Violets. Boyer back to serve. The Violets lead by 2. Dug out by the libero. Back set to Pizer. Off the hands. Great hustle by Evans. Out of system set. Dug out by the libero. What a rally. That's Suffa. Dug out by Cohen. Win to the outside. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oshetsky with the line swing.
That swing had some curve on it. And can we talk about the hustle play by Emerson Evans? I feel like he looked like Superman in that play.
Wow, what a versatile player. I mean, leading the Violets in kills, diving on the floor for balls. I mean, what a player for the Violets.
And that feels good, 1,000%.
Topspin serve. Ace for Boyer.
Yeah, I always, it's very hard on serve receive when you're dealing with a ball that's coming so fast and you're using your hands. I mean, it's always a little rare that that's going to go your way.
With that, we have Boyer back to serve once again. The Violets are up by 4 points in this third set. Taped. Cohen to Pizer. Off the hands of Oshetsky.
I'm having such a great time watching him tonight. I mean, we've just seen so many different aspects of his game, very high volley IQ, and just being a leader in general. He's been so fun to watch.
We have Cohen back in the front row for the Eagles. Pizer misses out.
Gosh, that was killer.
That was a critical point in the game, I think, for Pizer. I mean, the Violets are up by 4.
You know, not impossible, but also kind of a tougher situation to be in.
The Eagles running out of time here for this match. Tchaikovsky in to serve for the Violets. Dug out by Suffa. Jada in the back row.
Wow!
What a cover by Cohen. Second cover by Cohen. Out of system set.
Oh, they're setting Cohen!
That is a 5'8" player there, and he tools it off the hands of the Violets. Wow, incredible athleticism there.
The way he covered that ball, he sat on it, just hands out, just let it ricochet off of him. And him having the confidence, too, to be like, you need to set me for this point. Love to see it.
All smiles on the side of the Eagles. The score is 19-16. That's Safa with the serve. Cohen, Knutson. Oshetsky with the kill once again.
Yeah, Oshetsky's doing a great job just understanding that there is a setter on the other side in the front row, and I mean, this is his time to be scoring his points.
Oshetsky leading the Violets with 11 kills. I would like to see him getting a double-double tonight. Let's see if he's able to play defense for that. Cohen with the set. Jada stuff blocked by Cohen and Emerson.
Oh
wow,
my gosh.
That's nasty.
That's a nasty, disrespectful block right there. Emerson and Cohen have such a great connection on that block. I mean, it's closed almost 100% of the time.
Timeout is called by the Eagles. What a tough spot to be in. Actually, the last matchup was March of last year in 2024 where Elmira actually swept NYU. So interested to see how the Violets will kind of switch up that narrative tonight. We are winding down here in the third set. The score is 21-16. If you were in the timeout of the Eagles right now, what would you kind of be telling the boys? What would be the tactic here, Dami?
Honestly, I feel like when you're in a position like this, I think you have to try new things and you have to keep being aggressive because you have to have a never give up mentality, which I think can be a little bit difficult. But one thing I really like that Elmira's doing is they're having fun. Like, they're not getting mad at each other. They're not, like, screaming at each other or anything like that. They still have smiles on their faces. And I think all they can do at this point is find out what works and play to their strengths and just be aggressive.
Yeah, and it looks like Elmira hasn't really played any ranked opponents this season, so I can imagine how exciting this is for them. And they're showing it in their body language, their energy. They just have great attitudes this game. Kudos to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you're able to play a team at your level or better than you is very exciting. It builds your chemistry, builds your experience, and it prepares you for future matches. So,
with that, we're out of the second timeout by the Eagles. Pizer with the swing. Knutson, wow. He's there to dig that ball.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, Knutson just such a defensive weapon back there.
There's so much finesse. It's this presence that is so dominant, and he is honestly the glue. He is amazing.
Win with the serve. Cohen back set, dug out by Win. Jump set to Evans. Off the hands of Vargas.
Yeah, great swing by Evans there. The block was a little late, a little awkward, and he really just took advantage of swiping off those hands.
With that, we're 2 points away from set point and match point. Win with the serve. Back set to Pizer. Blocked by Cohen. He tries Pizer again.
Oh my gosh!
Back-to-back blocks for Cohen. The second one is a stuff block. Wow.
He says needed it in the huddle. Great hype right there. Best feeling. That puts the Violets at 8 blocks. Such an exciting point.
Cohen gives the Violets set and match point. Win back to serve. Dug out. Cohen to Jada. And that finds the corner. Wow,
yeah.
What a swing.
Yeah, it's a great swing there.
Nothing you can do about that ball. With that, we have Nick Roman back to serve. The Violets are at set and match point. First-year server back there. Got to feel the nerves a little bit.
Absolutely. It never gets easier, too.
Knutson, perfect pass. Oshetsky dug out.
Oh, wow. Oh, good effort there.
The Eagles not able to return it. Great match for the Violets. I mean, led the entire time.
Also, great redemption. I mean, they were swept last year. You know, the Violets are on their winning streak. This is just so exciting for the team and the program and Jose Pina especially.
Yeah, I mean, now they're 16-0, undefeated. Only one of 2 teams in the nation that remain undefeated. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow for Senior Day, where we'll celebrate